Hello. So I actually saw this problem somewhere and I was actually surprised how almost everyone was feeling this problem. So, right, so let's solve this. So solve x squared plus 9 equal to 0. So solution. So from this, if you have x squared plus 9 equal to 0, this 9 will come to this side. You change this to what? Subtraction. It's equals to minus 9. From this, if we take the square root of both sides, square root, you have what? X equal to, remember you put your plus or minus when you take the square root because this is an equation. So here we have plus or minus what? 3, then I, right? Because you have an imaginary root here, because you have root minus 1 here. Right, so this is simply as if you have like plus or minus square root of minus 1 times 9. Right, and you know that your root 1 is what? I. Because you note that I square is what? Minus 1. And if you take the square root of this, both sides, if you have I square root of this, you have that this is equal to what? Minus 1. So this is I equal to root minus 1. So root minus 1 here is what? I. Right? You can also solve this using another method called difference of two squares. So if you use difference of two square, difference of two square. So this is basically saying that if you have maybe a square plus, minus b square. So this is the same thing as what? A plus b minus a. Right, so typically from this now, if you have from this question, if you have x squared plus 9 equal to 0, this is the same thing as what? X squared minus 9 equal to 0, right? Because minus times minus will give you plus. From here, you have that x squared minus something square will give you what? 0. So you want to put it in this form so that you can actually separate this to have something like this, right? So from this, how do you break this down? You have minus 9. The square of what number will give you 9? So that's typically the question. The number is what? 3, right? Then what about this? What about this? You can see that from here, I square will give you what? Minus 1. Alright, so this minus 1, if you square it, that means you'll be having I here. Is that clear? So from this, you now have that x minus 3i, x plus 3i is equal to 0. Then from here, you separate them. It's either x minus 3i is equal to 0 or x plus 3i is equal to 0. Then from here, you have x equal to 3i when this comes to this side, and also x equal to minus 3i. Hence, x is equal to plus or minus 3i, which is what we got in our first formula, in our first method, I mean. So either you use this method or this method, you still get the same thing. So this is the direct method, and this is the another method using difference of two square, right?